Before I get started on this segment, a big shout out to Pinball Kitty for carrying me through dungeons. This wouldn't have happened without your tune Anthems. Anthems didn't just help me with the dungeons, she also helped me acquire the sprint upgrade I've been working so hard for, as well as some fun achievements, so again, thank you so much for your help. With all the mushy stuff out of the way, let's jump right in, shall we? This is an MMORPG. That means massively multiplayer, doesn't it? However, the Secret World is designated a horror MMO, and last time I checked, horror isn't so horrible when your world's populated with thousands of people running around bumping into one another. If you've played the game, you may have felt a distinct lack of human contact. Maybe it was even lonely. Funcom splits each story map, those that aren't HQ, Dungeons, or Agartha, into several instances so players don't encounter the full population, which is in reality quite dense. Agartha is a hub for servers, but when you enter a story map like Kingsmouth Town, the population is divided, both for immersion and for latency. zykO posted to the Secret World subreddit a year ago, quote, "You won't run around the questing zone and find tons of people like other games. The whole point of the game is to feel alone. You will see a couple people, but the game does a good job of splitting people up." zykO is right, but as you'll see from the rest of zykO's post, that doesn't mean you can't play with your friends. Players from any server or instance can meet up with one another, and chat channels like Sanctuary run across all servers. Most of a story map, also called a zone, can be taken solo, but grouping can take the heat off the usual threat of imminent death, as well as build a sort of camaraderie within the game. Besides, there are areas of each zone where going alone is a truly bad idea. Lairs are nightmare-level areas of a map designed for raiding parties of 5 or 10 players. On the map in-game, you'll see areas on the map that look like they're burnt. If you're new or prefer to solo, it's better to stay away from those areas. However, there are good rewards for completing missions within Lairs. When you enter a lair, a name will pop up with a sound effect telling you that you're in a lair and which one. If you're there on purpose, don't go in alone. Dungeons, as the game so often states, are the foremost method of getting the best gear. If you remember what I said before about classless player builds, since there are no levels, the right gear is really the only thing standing between a veteran and a fresh character. Dungeons themselves require cooperation from individuals for a group to succeed. If you have a chosen role, stick to it. If you don't understand the pattern to a particular fight, listen to your teammates. They won't steer you wrong, because they have nothing to gain by doing so. More difficult dungeons unlock after a previous tier is complete, because the game doesn't want to throw new players into a nightmare world of death. For instance, I can't go into the nightmare level dungeons, since I haven't done their last required elite level dungeon, so Lachlan can't help anybody with nightmare dungeons yet. The PvP in the Secret World is quite fun in my opinion. It consists of 4 arena levels that can be chosen at any time from the PvP menu. Eldorado is a capture the flag type where teams of the 3 factions attempt to take control of 4 relics, which will earn points. The winner is decided by which team has the most points at the time limit, or which team holds all 4 relics for 2 minutes. Stonehenge is a King of the Hill match. The object is to keep all team members in the center, which will earn points for that team. The winning team is decided by whichever team had the most points at the end of the time limit, or by reaching the cap of 750 points. Shambhala is a hardcore deathmatch. I don't mean it's just that brutal. Well, it is, at least for me. It's hardcore deathmatch because you only get one chance to win the fight. 2 teams try to kill one another, and the team with surviving members wins. Unlike the other arenas, this is a factionless battlefield, and the 2 teams are the moon and the sun. Fusang Projects is what's known as a persistent war zone. It doesn't require a queue like the other arenas, and it has its own missions. The main object here is domination. Go all over the map and dominate, or flip, territory. There are 4 bases, known as facilities, and each facility has its own anima wells, which can be flipped as well. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you liked this video, you can show your appreciation by donating packs to Lachlan in the game.